So let's talk about Litecoin. It is hands down, in my opinion, the strongest altcoin in terms of strength connected to Bitcoin. It's been around the longest and it does continue to push for adoption. I'm going to cover some hot topics that has happened in the past few weeks. And then in our last video, I pointed out which trade setup is likely to happen for Litecoin. And it looks like the price action did go according to plan and is currently right now on that $49 support or that 200-day moving average, which is a good buy range in my opinion. So let's talk about what else we can see. What's up everyone, it's John here again with Currency.com. We'll be doing another update on Litecoin. So let's not waste any time and get right into it. Also, if you're enjoying the video, hit that like button. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel to show your support. So we're going to need the bulls to defend the current level at about $49, which is a strong support. Also the 200-day moving average. And if that were to break, the next range would be around $40 to $42, which is where the price has been ranging throughout the year. And the last support after that is right around $34. And that is the support from the March lows after that recovery. And if the price does continue to recover out of this breakdown of the head and shoulder pattern, then we'll need to see the price make it above $52, which is a 21-day EMA. The next resistance level after that is right around $55, which is the neckline of the head and shoulder pattern that did break down. And then the final resistance level that we could see breaking maybe at the end of the month or even in October is $64, which was the high for September. Let's jump in and have a look at the current trader sentiment. And right now on Currency.com, the trader sentiment for Litecoin, we're talking 80% buyers right now and 20% sellers. Compared to last time, we had 78% buyers and 12% sellers. And the price currently is sitting roughly in the middle of the low and high for today. But so far, it looks like the bulls are still in control. So let's have a look at Charlie Lee's Twitter account, since he is still heavily involved in Litecoin. And he does share quite a bit of updates that are happening within the community and adoption. One thing that's been going around here is this new RPG game that has launched on Litecoin. I'll play a short preview of it here just in a sec, but let's read up on it a little bit more. So a German-based company released the first ever RPG game on the Litecoin blockchain. This is the first major game that utilizes Litecoin's blockchain for all of its interactions. It's also mentioned that access to the game is dependent on how many Litecoin the players have in hand. There has been quite a bit of talk about it, and I'll play a little short clip here so that you guys see. And here is a sneak peek of it right here.
I explore the lands of Acerania, from busy markets to uncharted ruins. I am a pioneer, going where no one has gone before. Every successful quest brings riches. Every defeated enemy brings power, as I rise up to become a mighty knight. I am a slayer of monsters. I'm like no one else you've ever met before. I am a Lightbringer.
So in this tweet here from the Litecoin Foundation, it says here that Lightbringer is fully played on the Litecoin blockchain. You can earn and spend Litecoin on the first ever game of its kind, Lightbringer. And in terms of more adoption, it's been announced that Pornhub added Litecoin as a payment option for premium content. This is an addition to cryptocurrencies that they already accept and will also be looking to add more in the near future. So first time buyers choose Litecoin over Bitcoin. Litecoin is known as the silver and Bitcoin is known as the gold. They're technically almost the same thing, with Litecoin having more technical improvements in the code. But Bitcoin does have the advantage of being around longer. It has a good reputation and it is more decentralized than Litecoin to what we know. And Litecoin does have quite a few important advantages over Bitcoin. Litecoin transaction times are 2.5 minutes, meaning you will receive your transactions quickly. Noting that Litecoin does have fewer transactions than Bitcoin also daily. And the average fee for Litecoin is about 1 cent, while Bitcoin does get pretty high during times of high traffic. And in terms of privacy, Litecoin is working on a feature called the Mimblewimble upgrade, which we will cover as we get more news on it. It is set to go live this fall, and that will give users the option to send Litecoin transactions anonymously, or they can send it as usual. And the Litecoin price action could be setting up for a major move as this upgrade comes. But let's have a look at the chart, jump into platform. We'll review our last video. I'll show you the trade setup that I was looking for and what is the next move to take. So in the last Litecoin video, a head and shoulder pattern was expected. And then if we were to break down, I would be looking to buy in the range down here. It does look like the price will range for the rest of August, possibly will start to move going right into September. I can see a head and shoulder pattern happening, and then we either break out to the upside or come back down to test this support level at around $49, or even the 50-day moving average again, which will be right around $55. So it's been about 2 weeks since that video, and looking at the price action now, it did have that head and shoulder pattern happen, but then eventually broke down the support level and made it right down to that $49 range. And it is very important for this level to hold since the crossover Litecoin had in July, or things can get pretty bad. But let me tell you guys something that I really like about this situation. The price is holding the support now for about, let's say, 2 weeks. The MACD is looking like a bullish crossover is on the way. And also the RSI is making higher lows and heading towards 50, making its way out of that oversold zone. So something like this is not completely out of the picture, but also we have to be open to this trade happening and Litecoin breaking down. And the last two crossovers did not work very well for Litecoin. The first one in 2019, since all-time high, I crossed over in about February, but then when it came back down to test it for the first time, the price had a pretty deep correction at about 55%. And then the second time here at the beginning of the year, we crossed above the 200-day moving average and then came back down to the support to test it for the first time, which also broke, and the price had about another 55-58% correction. And if those two situations were to happen again in this current pattern, where we crossed above and then crossed below and had about a 50-60% correction, then that would bring Litecoin down to about $20. But this $20 range down here, in my opinion, would get bought up pretty quickly. And since all-time high, each time the price has crossed the 200-day moving average, it does have a lower high, but also the price action is starting to get quite a bit tighter. So we are getting to the point where we would either need a breakout or Litecoin is going to go down to new lows. If things do turn around here and we start seeing some more bullish price action, I can see the price recovering right back to this neckline here and then come right back down. And then hopefully, if the price can build a strong support range above this current support range at around $49, then we can see the price bounce from this range, continue upwards, test this yearly resistance level at about $65. So I'm going to keep a close eye on Litecoin and wait for that bullish MACD crossover on the daily chart. And one last thing, take a quick second, leave a comment below. Do you think Litecoin will bounce from that 200-day moving average, or is the price going to break down like the previous times? I'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in. For more trading videos just like this, please subscribe to our channel.